Oh, Sam. Oh, this is the coolest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Look at that. You ate all day.
Oh, great. You got lots to see you. Wow. Well, that was nice. I'm in front of the White House. Let me show you where the White House. Oh, it's hard to see from here. Let me show you where my tag is over there, so I don't want to lose that. But maybe you can see it. See, there's the White House. You see it? You see it? You see it? Okay, now you see the White House. Okay, now let's go back, sit on the bench, and we'll talk. Yeah, most of the fences are down. There's still a little bit. Yeah, I hate being a city that's full of armored guards. You know. Let's see. Okay, I see the title. I mean, this is. Let's Go Help. By the way, we announced all the winners, and we're starting to get the money out. And we're going to have two places to apply now for our own grant, you know, which is $1,000 and $500. I'm going to increase that to $20,000 now too. So we're giving more money. We had a good month last month, so we give out more money, increase it by $5,000. And it's easier now if you remember, to apply on Let's Go Help 2. Now, Let's Go Help 2, that's on another platform, and it's a lot easier than Facebook and things like that. So I'm trying to build Let's Go Help 2. I don't know if we'll eventually move everything there, but I'm trying to move more and more to this one. Particularly, there's a lot of people who don't want to be on Facebook. So they have a place now to get this help, and it'll be Let's Go Help 2. But you have to join our Let's Go Help, so that's still letsgohelp.com, but you could use, you know, one or both or whatever. And we're going to do more and more on Let's Go Help 2. And Let's Go Help 2 is really organized by state. So you could join with other people in that state and get help to what's available. And that's the key, I think, I'm trying to do with this thing is have more places where people help each other. Not only me and my researchers, but that other people will help each other people. So members could help members, and that's important. Now, the title I have here is that I still, you know, I get a lot of members because, see, I ask all the initial questions first, okay? And that's what I try to do, is ask them first. I'm in Michigan. Where do I go and who do I contact? Well, there's 20,000 places in Michigan to do this. That's why, look at my last video. I give you 3 or 4 places to start with anything. And that's what you really need to do, is start with those 4 places, because they're everywhere, and they're the places to start. Now, a member, you could just ask that, and we show you all the places in your state that give money, know where money is, give services, or whatever. Now, even at that point, no matter what you're doing, if you're doing it yourself, and by the way, you can get a lot of free help, and a lot of the sources are on my free website, which is www, and put the W's in front, www.free.lesgo.com/free training. And go through the list of reports there. There's one that tells you how to get free help in any state to help you do research, so you don't have to pay me. You don't need to pay me, okay? And that's a good option, because I know if you're looking for money, you don't have a lot of money, so that's important. But whether you have money or you're a member of Let's Go Help or not, the key is personal connection. You know, the more you could get on the phone with these people, the better it is. That's how you really do it. Get out of Google. Try to learn not to use Google anymore, only when you know the specific address of something that you want. You like American Society of People Who Give Grants Away.com. Then okay. But if you're looking for a grant, then no, you can't do anything generic on Google and expect to get free help, because the people who give free help don't advertise. And the people who do advertise are the ones that you're going to see in Google, you know, because there's billions of them, you know, and so they're all competing for your, you know, your attention, and they're the ones they're going to see because Google wants to be paid handsomely. So they're going to show those first, and that's natural and understand. But as long as you understand it, you can deal with it. If you don't understand it, wow. It said Capitol Police, the message went through my screen there. They arrested a man with a bayonet at Capitol Hill, which is like 10 blocks up the road there. But people, you know, you have to, because it's too complicated a system to not use people and use the people who even can't help you but are in the business. In other words, you call one office and they can't help you, then that person you have to use as a source to learn about other things because you spent time on hold or whatever it is to get them on the phone. So use that time, use that person. And that's why it's important to be nice. When you talk to these people, you're trying to get help. I know it's hard to be nice when you feel depressed and the world's shitting all over you or whatever. We all could relate to that. And that's why you're going to have to, you know, put on a happy face or just polite. You don't have to be happy. It's being polite, because someone who's polite is easier to help than someone who's mean. And I guess that's an anti-mean. Maybe that's right. You don't want to be mean, a mean son of a bitch. You want to be nice, and then you're easy to help. And that's what you have to do. If you're not getting money, I think you're still going to go round in circles and circles and circles until you start talking to the people that say no as much as you can, okay? And first, that means you have to call the people. That means you have to get them on the phone to find out. And see, theoretically, they're all public officials. They work for you and me, and they have to answer phones. They won't a lot of times, and that's fine. But there are nice people out there who do that. And it's going to take work on your side. And to me, you know, trying to, you know, muster up what it takes to do this is going to be a lot easier than living in misery for a couple more months, years, or whatever it may be for you, you know. And so this is easy, but it's just changing an attitude, because nobody tells you about this. It's all, you know, just headlines, whatever. And behind those headlines are all real people. And then you make one phone call and run into an asshole and you say, I'm never calling anybody again. And that's like dating one blonde woman who's stupid and thinking all blonde women are stupid, which is absolutely false. So you can't run your life that way. You can't operate that way and expect to get something out of it. You know, it's hard, again, because if you feel beat up, and you should, and have a right to, if things aren't going well for you. I feel that way a lot of times. You know, things are going, after 10 years of struggling, finally going well again for me. And so I'm very grateful. So it's easy for me to say, and I know it's hard to do. And that's why I love giving advice on it, because it reminds me that that's the thing we should be doing, even though it's hard, you know. I mean, I could tell you things. It's easy to tell you what to do. It's hard to do it. That's why I love giving advice, because then it reminds me what I should be doing myself. And we all lose patience with the world because we have that button in us too. What's the website again? LesGoHelp.com is my website to join. LESKOHELP. If you want the free website, is www.free.lesgo.com/LesGoHelp. www.free.lesgo.com/LesGoHelp. We have another one. If you want to buy something for $5.95, it's less support, so you don't have to be a member, and you can still give me money for me to give the listings to call. Like the list to call of who helps you get money for your business in your state. Who helps you get money for housing in your state? Who helps you get money for paying your bills in your state or getting out of debt? Who helps you get money to pay your health care bills? Who helps you get money to pay legal bills? All these things, or education, training, job training, all these things, I have separate reports for every state. So for $5, you could get the report for your state and go to it. All these reports are free to members of Let's Go Help, which is $20. These reports are just $5.95. So, and the $20 is a subscription. So it's a monthly. So it's $5.95 may be a better option for you. That's why I want options as cheap as possible to help people. And the whole thing is research techniques. The reason I think most people don't get what they need, what they're looking for, is their research technique, which means phones. See, we're too used to using the internet and doing that. No. And expecting it to be easy. No. It's not easy, and it ain't in Google. And if you start understanding that, then you're ready to go to work, and to dig yourself out of a problem. And actually, I have a step-by-step guide for members now too, about how to get out of any financial problem, and all the sources, together with that. And it's about 7 or 8 steps to take that you have. And actually, I did a video on it, just like the last 4 or 5 videos. You'll see how to use government grants to solve any financial problem. But there's a process to it. Well, actually, there isn't, but it'll take you longer. That's all that is. And that's what I'm trying to do, is educate people about what these are important tools. And you saw how important the government is with the stimulus package and all that. Well, they give 5 times amount of that money every year out to people, but people don't realize that. They don't know. So now they're starting to realize it more, because of the stimulus packages and everything. Educated the public about government programs and how important they are. And that's what I've been talking about for 40-some years. And everybody said, "Oh, Let's Go, you're full of shit." No, it's real stuff. And I assume I know it better than anybody else in the country, but that's a biased opinion, so don't trust me. That's right, I'm biased like everybody else. Take it with a grain of salt. The other thing is, don't expect miracles. Miracles do happen, but not all the time. And it's going to take effort, and you have to use the phone. So they're the kinds of things you have to slowly learn. I just did I'm doing one now. I'm using your elected official, and I went back. I just saw we got a recent testimonial where this woman, she said she called 3 elected officials, and 2 of them came back with money. And so 2 out of 3, that's amazing. I would think 1 out of 3 would be good, and 0 out of 3 is not, is very variable and going. That's why elected officials, you got about 20 of them, and you just keep going. The same thing for starting a business, the same thing for getting out of debt. You just don't take, the first pretty girl and marry them. No, you're in long-term trouble if you believe that theory. So that's why you have to, it's a numbers game, and get out there and bang away. If you're not banging away, not getting, it's like a job. You can't sit home and wait for people to come to your house and hire you, right? No, you have to keep pounding away and asking and looking. That's the way anything happens. If you're a salesman, you have to keep banging away, asking and looking. And that's how you get things to happen. So phone your friend, particularly bureaucrats, because they're not as techie-oriented as other people, but still, even the ones that are techie-oriented, you get people on the phone to relate to you as a human being. See, it's harder to not help you if you're not human. No, I said that wrong. Yeah, if you're not human, right. If you're a digit, you're an email, whatever, hey, here not to help you. No, we don't have that. Sorry. On the phone, hard to say no. And people, and that's why don't say you want money. Say you want help. Because a lot of these people don't have money, but they're going to help the hell out of you and solve the problem in other ways. So you're missing that by just saying you need money. You need money, yes, but you don't know what's available that could really solve that problem. So that's why you don't say money, you don't say grant, you don't say anything but help. I got this I want to do. I got this I want to do. I need help. And that's what you need. That's how you get help. Otherwise, you get money, then everybody, and they keep the good stuff in the closet sometimes. So they got to get to know you. They got to get whatever. So that's why it's important to use these other skills. The techniques, the research techniques are the key to getting help that you need. And there's so much help. I mean, we have people. Look, a third of our economy is government. So that means a third of everything you see is that you're eligible for. So you're eligible for all government stuff because we live in a democracy. The government is all owned by us. It doesn't happen that way because the fat cats find it first. And they're using the hell out of the government. This is where millionaires become billionaires with government programs. So you just want to get out of debt, okay? So they're there for you too, whether you're debt up to your keister or you're a millionaire. And truthfully, the millionaires get more because they know they've learned to use the system. The rest of us have to learn to use the system. And if we don't, we're really just going to pay for other people to use. So you have two options, I think. You vote to get rid of the system, or you learn how to use the system. Is there another one? If you need it. Well, see, the problem is people are using it that don't need it. And that's another issue. But there's a lot of bigger problems. You have an easier problem to solve. You're in financial trouble and you got to get out. Forget all the other stuff. Because we could argue about that, till the cows come home. I haven't seen cows in Washington here for a long time. Actually, never. But I did see in India when I was in India visiting some suppliers over there. There were cows in the street, man. It was great. And I'd go running in the morning, and jumping over cows. Now, with jumping over cows, I can do that. But dodging cows all over the street. It was interesting. And I see in underdeveloped countries too how they start, entrepreneurs start businesses with nothing. They put a chair in the sidewalk and say they're a barber and cut people's hair. Great. So that's why that's now regulated here. So you do other things like that. You could do a service. I'm an expert window washer. Everybody knows how to wash windows, right? So you call yourself the expert window washer. And you find people want the windows washed and wash them and make money. And that's what business is about. It's not doing a business plan. It's not doing a website. It's just getting a customer. It doesn't matter how you get it. Just get it. And you figure out a way to get it. Don't spend money doing it. Don't spend 10 months looking for money. No. Spend your time looking for a customer to do something for them. And get paid. Even if you don't get paid in the beginning, that's how you learn a business better. Say, okay, I'll do that for you. And if you don't like it, don't pay me. That's better than spending 6 months looking for a grant. Because you got the business now and you try it, it doesn't work, and you know what to fix. And you get better at it. So if you waste your time for 6 months looking for the grant and then get a customer and do it and find out it's full of shit, that's too late. You already spent the money on the grant. So that's why I believe it's now easier to start a business now than ever before. And here's what I think that's really good too. You could start a business with training wheels at no cost. So you get your own business and you won't fail, okay? Because you'll use the gig economy. So if you want to wash windows or something like that, you go on all these websites that you could go on that website for free and say you wash windows, and people come looking for window washers and they hire you and they pay money, and you don't have to worry about getting paid. You don't have to worry about Legal stuff, you don't have to worry about anything because the website handles it. And they only charge like 10-15% of what you get. So you have no problems. You don't have to worry about getting a grant. You don't have to worry about legal problems. You don't have to worry about paying tax, all this kind of stuff. So as I say, it's starting a business with training wheels. You want to be a dog walker. You like pets. That's a good place to be. Or you want to be say you have a health spa for dogs. Well, start being a dog walker first, because then you can do that for free and make good money doing it. I mean, you don't become millionaires, but it's a way to learn the market for your pet spa or whatever the heck you want to do. So you learn about people with dogs and how they spend money and things like that, and you're making money learning. So that's it. You don't say you want to paint the Sistine Chapel and you go take art lessons for 6 years to learn to do it. No, you find a garage, you paint their ceiling first to see how that works and if that is worth doing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's the way to start a business. Unless you have a lot of money. Fine, you have a lot of money, that's different. But I'm assuming most of my customers and members don't have a lot of money, because I started all my businesses with no money at all. You know, you don't need money to start a business. The people who tell you need money to start a business are the people selling you something. And I really believe it don't. Some you do, right? But you have to be clever enough to find out how to get into that industry in a way that you don't need money, okay? And that takes creativity, yeah, and a little open-mindedness. That's why, again, you start talking to people. Now, every state has 7 or 8 people, offices that help people start a business no matter who the hell you are, no matter what kind of business, it doesn't matter. That's all they're there for. They get paid to help you figure out how to start a business. That's amazing, isn't it? No, you don't know that, because you'll go to Google and you'll find all these people wanting your money to help you start a business. Why do that? Because we don't know our options, okay? That's why every website you get from me are people that don't charge you anything. No money. No website will ask you for money that I give you. See, I give out websites every day. And that's what I do most of my day, is helping people, answering these questions. Hey, I need to do this, I need money for that. But okay, here's where to start. Here are the best websites. So I take my 40, 50 years experience, whatever the heck it is, and share that as giving the starting point. Again, their starting place. That's right. Then you have to do is start calling them people and find out what they know about this stuff. So you get the landscape. This is being a scout in the army or something. You got to go out and scout the landscape. Don't have a plan of attack before you know what the landscape is. No. That's why I tell you, the generals and everything send out scouts, and they go find out where the enemy is, what's going on, or whatever, come back, and then the general makes a decision on what to do. You need that intelligence about what's out there, so how you could use it for the business that you want to start. And that's the key to life, is doing that research or being a scout. Just to say, oh, here's my dream of business, and all I need is $250 million to do it. Well, good luck to you. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that cannot happen, you know, but for most of us it won't, or take for a hell of a long time. If you're trying to put food on the table next month, next couple months, or starting a business is probably not the thing to do, because it's going to take a hell of a lot longer to do any of those things and make it profitable. That's that's the deal, making it profitable. So if you need money to feed yourself, I think starting a business that requires any money at all is not a good way to go at all, because it's just going to waste time, and you don't know how to make money with it. So that's why one of these places, starting a business with training wheels. Hi, Stephanie. So nice to hear King asking the right question, right? With training wheels, then you're independent. It's like the same independence as your own business, but somebody else handling all the pain in the ass stuff that you don't have to worry about. You know, and that's what's really cool. And all the bad stuff you hate. Getting customers. The customers are coming to their website. They're getting the customers for you. And that's the key to any business, customers. Nothing else. Nothing else is more important than a customer. If you don't have a customer, you don't have a business. You say you sell something to who? If nobody buys it, that's not a business. That's a dream. And that's why I see these websites that bring your customers to you to do what you want, or make your own money, is a wonderful opportunity, I think. And it's never been as easy now as ever before. When I was starting business, it was service business, so I started a consulting business. I didn't need any money. I needed a phone and a desk in my apartment. I had a one-bedroom apartment down the street here, not too far, and I was helping, calling them cold. That was the hardest part of my life. Was cold calling customers, asking them, "Hey, do you need research today?" Then I found another free look at that is by not buying advertising, getting people to write me up for free, do a story about something. So I'd go around and find weird things in Washington and send them to magazines, newspapers that my audience would probably read. So I'd have to call magazine editors and things like that. People write stories and try to sell them a story idea. And that was cheap and free. And I remember I used to buy I started buying ads in the Wall Street Journal, little one-inch ads. They bring me nothing. People just wrote me stupid stuff. But then the Wall Street Journal woke me up, man, I got a ton of orders. So that was a hell of a lot better than buying ads. So that's what, there's always more than one way to do anything. Thank you, Dental. Is Dental all smiles there? Great, I didn't see you up there, Dental. But she's a great lady. Be nice to her. She helps a lot of people. Her heart is in this. I mean, she wants nothing to do but help people in this world. And that's what our members are too, is people want to help other people. How do I become a Let's Go member? It's letsgohelp.com. And that's it. And that's why if you're going to join, be sure, I mean, you don't have to, there's no rule, but help other people, because it's a selfish thing to do. Helping somebody else is the best feeling in the world. I know when you're down, it's hard to do it. So you can't do it all the time. You have to take care of you first. I understand that. But again, if you see somebody asking a question you have a potential can help with, just answer it like that. Because I don't know everything, and if you join in with some other help, I mean that's giving somebody love, that you're concerned about their life, and that's what we all want. We don't want to feel alone. Matthew, can you write to me, please? Oh man, it's hard to do that kind of stuff. Oh wait, I thought I was right. I can't even read who it is. Hi, Stephanie. my. Oh, I know what happened. Yeah. There it is. It went dark. I couldn't see anything, and it's the screen. Swoon, Stephanie, email me. It's letsgofreeradio@gmail. If you don't hear from me in 2 days, just beat on me again. I do a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get going. I really love what I do, so I can't wait to get up in the morning and do it. I'm 78 years old. Just came out from the doctor today, just now. They were surprised how, I guess, good shape I'm in. And you see, we could work till forever, but I haven't worked in 30 or 40 years. This isn't work. This is helping people and enjoying it. I'm doing my best work ever now at 78 years old. And I have a bunch of successes and failures and everything. I remember my first 3 or 4 businesses failed before I got one going. And now it's not business to me. This is art. And that's what makes it easier than ever. But we're all at different places in life. We can't, tell anybody else how to live. I think that's one of the biggest sins in our country. or in the world, is that people telling other people how to live. And even if they're not asked, that's even worse. So no, we're all struggling. We all trying to figure this out day by day. There's no magic answer, and the answer is different for all of us, and that's why, I think we all just have to struggle in our own way to try to find it. But struggling means failing, so you have to go out and try stuff that doesn't work, try another stuff that doesn't work. Because even though some guru says this works for everybody, that's bullshit. Nothing can. Maybe work for some people, maybe work for him. Doesn't mean it works for everybody. No, don't be nuts. Or we'd be all marrying the same girl. And that's crazy. So we're all different plants, and we have to grow differently. And it's finding what pot you're good to grow in is the key, I think. But again, that's just one person's opinion, and that's the way I struggled in life. So that's the only thing I can tell you about is what happened to me. I don't do scientific studies about everything. I read a lot, of course, but and view a lot, but it's just you have to go do it yourself, try it, fail. That's why, to me, the key then is to do things that don't cost money. Because if you're doing things that cost money, oh there he is. Then you're gonna run out of money before you get the answer. So you can't do that. If you have a lot of money, fine. Do it that way. Maybe you get lucky. You don't know. Listen, guys, I'm gonna take off and see you soon. So we have letsgohelp.com. That's the members site, and we have a new one that. So if you join and don't want to use Facebook, we have another platform that you don't have to use Facebook, and that's Let's Go Help too. You become a member when you join Let's Go Help. You become a member of not only Let's Go Help on Facebook, but Let's Go Help too, which is off of Facebook. It's another platform. It's called Mighty Network, I think it is. We're on there, so that is easier. So you don't have to worry about Facebook. They're getting so screwed up. And so then there's letsgoreports.com. So if you just want the $5.95 reports of starting a business, getting out of debt, buying a house, things like that, all the sources in your state for that subject, they're at letsgoreports.com. And the free thing, you don't want to give me a nickel, anything, then I have stuff to help you too. And that's at www.free.letsgo.com/free training. Okay? Free training. Okay, well, thank you again, everybody. You've been so kind to me, and I appreciate the kindness and every word. Thank you.